Hey, y'all. Lexi with Gilly Stitchcraft here. We're gonna not include the baby. That's not mine. I realized as I'm putting together this week's personal vlog that on my FO video last week, I didn't include my freaking Shalina. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So, here's that. Hey, y'all. Lexi with Helix Stitch. I'm going to yell just a little bit because I am going through everything and reorganizing and doing a little bit of a frog or finish series. So there are certain things that I want to share with you, to include this piece that I just came across. This had started out a couple of years ago, actually. We have had 7 cats at the time. And so for each cat, there was a color chosen. And I was making a blanket for my family of all of our kitties. And then my little black and white guy, Toka, passed away. And I stopped working on it because I was heartbroken. And so I've had all this yarn for it all together. You know, that's a decent amount of work there. It's a beautiful stitch. It's beautiful color palette that I chose. I want to do something with it. So I did start stitching a waist to it and was going to turn it into a jacket of sorts, but it got put away again. So at this juncture, I would still like to think that I'm going to make the jacket. I am going to tuck it back away in the trunk for now because there are several other large projects that have to come before this. But it is going back on the WIPs list, obviously, so that I remember that it is something I need to work on. Also, I had to record this so I can put it away. Also, I'm going to throw that over there. This, I discussed this with you guys recently. I started this years ago. This was meant to be the pineapple blanket for my second cousin slash niece. I'm not going to end up finishing it as a blanket. I was considering finishing it as a shawl, but the problem is I don't know what size hook I was using. So the conclusion is I will be frogging this and just caking it back up and using it for another project at some point in time, as I have, they were 10 ounce skeins that I bought, and I think that I have 6 of them total, maybe, possibly more, I'm not sure. But something will come of this beautiful yellow gradient, but not what I had originally planned. So this is a frog. And for now, that is all I have to share. As you know, the menagerie blanket, this is a keep. I'm making these for my daughters. Yeah, that's all I have right now. So I will be back with more at another time. Love y'all. Bye. Good morning. Well, it is currently 5:34. I am dressed and ready for my day at the daycare. I don't leave for at least another 25 minutes before I walk over there. I just decided this morning that maybe we would just do a week-long vlog and just kind of share where I'm at and what I'm doing. So far this morning, I'm enjoying some straw papaya, and in lieu of coffee, I always drink a Celsius. This is my favorite, is raspberry peach, and I keep trying to stitch on Tiny's little dress here. I've been working on this for I think 2 days now. I'm not sure which way it goes. It's twisted this way. Here's where we're at. We're officially going yellow now. And then, well, yellow with one strand of orange left, and then it goes yellow to green. So that's where we're at thus far. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more increases in the looks of it. I think that was the right amount of increases. If I do add more increases, it's going to be toward the bottom of the dress. I'm thinking where I add the white layers. I have yarn just like this, the solids of the acrylic cotton blend fingering weight yarn. And Tiny and I have decided that this dress is getting little white puffy cloud sleeves, and then when it's full length, it'll get little white puffy bottom to it. So that's where I'm at on that. She hasn't really allowed me to work on much more than that for several days. However, going to the daycare, I might get away with this for a while, but I'm more likely to get away with something this tiny. So in here, I have, oh, the yarn here, by the way, if you don't know, I like to buy yarn art. Well, this is a yarn art specifically, but mill ends from Hirschner's. This one happens to be a yarn art mill end. It is just the most perfect rainbow. Um, so there's that. This one, this is going to be another little. I like my little tight neck hugs. I have one right over here. I do 80 stitches with a 3 millimeter, I believe. Um, Knitting needles just in the round, 80 stitches, and it hugs my neck nicely. It's become a sensory thing that I quite enjoy. So there's that. In fact, this one matches. Let's talk about the outfit of the day. This shirt in a metal script says crochet is metal. I was gifted this by our sweet Arity, as she had purchased it from somebody she had met previously, a metal knitting shop or something along. I don't remember, but a metal, primarily knitting shop from what I do remember. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on. So outfit of the day. We're going to be wearing this for as long as I can stand to as far as heat goes. My crochet is metal shirt, pink cozy pants with pockets and whatever, like they're appropriate. They're not straight up pajama pants. For the walk over, I'm going to be wearing my pink poncho. And I had to buy new walking shoes, and it happened that Dr. Scholl's, go check them out. These shoes were on sale. I got them for a little less than $30, I think, 29 something. Anyway, I'm very excited to wear those today. And for the heckums of it, I'll share with you because I'm so pink today. I'm also wearing little butterfly wicked socks. They're supposed to be Glinda themed. So, anyway, because I'm that big of a nerd. Uh, Neck hug. That was the whole point. That's what squirreled off. So, the neck hugs. This is going to be another one. There's an alarm going off. One moment. This is Magic Land yarn. My friends who dye some of the most incredible yarn um, in Oceanside, California. This is Park After Dark. I'm just working on another neck hug, and I can get away with walking around the daycare and stitching on that. So I take a tiny project with me in case I'm out and involved, and then I take the larger project with me in case the baby is there and I'm kind of confined to an area with just her. I sit there and kind of play with her and throw a few stitches, and then make sure she's sitting up, or we're working on. She's almost crawling. She didn't lift her body off the ground when she would be on her belly. She's very comfortable on her belly. She's 6 months old, probably about 7 months now. But the baby that I'm primarily the caregiver for at the daycare. Um, yeah, Just in the short time I've known her, she's gone from not sitting up to she sits up really well with the bumbo, but not without it yet. Maybe she will this week. I don't know. And then in a week's time, she went from scooting, not even scooting, but like twirling all over the floor in the little baby area on her belly, moving around that way, just stretching out and belly crawling, army crawling, kind of very lazily. Anyway, to this past week, she kept lifting her body off the ground. So we're on the verge of crawling. It's exciting. It's very interesting to me, the feeling of watching this process with all these different children that aren't mine, right? I went through this. I got to be a stay at home mom. I went through this. I got to see all these things with my children, but it's really fun watching other kids too. I'm really enjoying the job. If I am being honest, I'm not thrilled to have one, but I'm eternally grateful that I landed where I did. And yeah, I'm blessed. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and stitch for just a little bit. I have 15 minutes left before I need to grab my stuff and go. So I'm going to get ready to do that. And then I'll take you for my morning walk and we'll see what the skies are looking like. It's supposed to be rainy today. We'll see whether or not it really is. It most of the time doesn't follow through. So we'll see. Another reason that I started recording this morning, I just wanted to share. Diana D and Paula Mint are doing a make along that is a 12-point star, and it has inspired me as to what to do with these two cakes. My oldest claimed these. My youngest claimed a two set that is gray on the outside and blue on the inside. But as I'm working on a dress for Tiny, and I also have pulled out the yarn for her eventual unicorn. I've got 2 projects for Tiny going. I also just finished a bunch of doll clothes for them. Anyway, it's time to do something for my oldest. So I pulled this out, and I think we're going to do, I was looking at yardage on Ravelry to see if I feel that it'll end up being big enough for my taste to be a blanket. I do think that that's what's happening. I think I'm going to make a 12-point star blanket out of these 2 cakes here soon. I want to weigh them. Bear with me. Let's weigh these together for documentation purposes. Let's do grams, I guess. 259 and 256. I want to see what that is in ounces. 9.17. Now these are sold as 8.8 ounces, so this is a little heavy. Awesome. The other one is 9.07. 9.7, I think is what it was, and 9.07. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to start that today too, I think. But I'm going to be doing so somewhat silently. I want this to be a surprise for my daughter. Her birthday is the day that the make-along is due with Paula Mint and Diana D. So I'm going to see if I can manage to get that done this month too. I'm struggling quite a bit with the shawl pattern that I was going to be working on, trying to release. I'm not giving up completely, but I'm not counting on having it done by the 30th of this month, especially because I'm squirreling off and doing a couple other things. So here we go.
my nail caught the top of my nose. It was a silly thing. Regine got a membership this time. And Helix, yarning for a smile. Susan party on.
Well, it is later Tuesday. I've been home for a while, done a live, hung out with Arity on the phone for a little while, and then the mail came. So, let's see what I have here. I'm not sure what this is. One second. Oh, this. Okay. I have to wash it and see what I think. Arity had purchased a hoodie very similar to this for me. Another brand name. Much nicer brand, I think, but I wanted to see. This one was a fraction of the price, and I wanted to see comparably how they are. It feels very, very dyed. That's what I can say about it so far. You can tell it's later in the day. I'm a mess. Anyway, I'm going to have to wash that up and see what I think. This, I don't know what to do with that. But this is what Arity ordered. There was recently a sale at Knit Picks, and she wanted to get herself some Madeline. Good morning. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Post nap pre-live Lexi on Wednesday. I was awakened from my nap because my mail came. And if you were in my live the other day, I became obsessed with the idea of my next tutorial for my Spark shawl. Y'all keep an eye out. It'll be out in the next week or two. Being done in this particular take. I occasionally know exactly what something is supposed to look like, and this just occurred to me, and it had to happen. So Miss Amber at JB's Crochet helped me find it, and thankfully it was only $12.99, so I was able to purchase it right away, and it came within about 24 hours. So part of the fun is also frogging. Had Tiny come try this on, and it's been decided that my increases are too extreme, and it's not going to be long enough for her taste. So here we go. Hey, 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 and happy Thursday. I had such a fantastic time hanging out with y'all last night during my live. So many names that I'm very familiar with in other people's chats that came in. It was exhilarating, and I'm hoping and praying that this is going to lead to more exposure and more art forms being introduced and brought in regularly to the Magical Mal. I hope people are excited at the idea of it, as I was when I learned of it, when it belonged to the mother of the Magical Mal, Michelle Wamel. Yeah, what a fun time. I've been a little groggy this morning. The little bit of stitching that I have done was on my kind of sort of secret project. I told you guys about it, but I think I'm gonna keep it pretty low key until it's significant. Aside from that, the rainbow dress is with me today because I feel like I can work on it at the daycare more than I can work on anything else right now that I'm working on. But until I get kiddos here, I'm going to sit and work on my Spark shawl. So, yeah. Came in about 10 minutes later than I normally do. Got all my morning tasks done, and now I sit and stitch and wait for friends. So, have a happy day, y'all. I intend to go live later. We'll see what happens. You will know by the time that this video goes up anyway, so, yeah. I didn't end up coming back and recording anything last night. I went and had a play date after my afternoon nap, and then I attempted to record my Spark tutorial, and I just wasn't in the right energy space for that. I did go live for a little while, and that was nice. And then I hung out with my girls for a little bit and just passed out. I have been wiped lately. I'm currently nap trapped at work, and we have another play date this afternoon, probably another live this evening, and I'm trying to record that tutorial today, so we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Okay. I trailed off, so it is now Saturday night. Friday I finished work. We went on a play date, got some sun, talked some business with my boss. I've worked the rainbow dress now down to we're adding the purple in. So we're getting there. Tonight during a live, Tiny chose Dazzle Air as the cloud portion. So we're almost there. We're almost done. Let's see. My oldest and I got up this morning and went for a hike. And I have film of that for you all. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye here and leave you with video from today's hike. I hope you all enjoy. I hope you're out there living your lives to the fullest, because it's all happening. I'm going to go live mine. Love you guys. Here you go. Smile. Cutie. Here we go. Well, this is what I brought the box for. Nope, stop it. Stop it. There was too much meat on it the first time we were here for me to take it.
Can I take those 2 times?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, these are tiny.
Oh, there's the other part of its jaw. The other part of its beak that I don't have.
Turn it over and make sure it's not pink. Yep, not pink. Yeah.
Look at its little spine.
This part is white, no pink. I'm just flipping them over, make sure it's not pink. Yeah, no.
We found it. Found what I came looking for.
Mommy, you forgot this tiny piece.
Look, that's some of its feathers.
Oh, feathers. Did like a mountain lion come and eat it?
Probably something.
Maybe a mountain lion.
Something got it.
Yeah, let's keep the feathers.
The ones that aren't super. What big ball, she says. What big ball are you standing in front of?